Hello Virgo, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your February 2019 reading. I want to say happy Valentine's Day to all those who celebrate it. Oh, did you see that? I'm looking at those. For Valentine's Day, I was about to say, I'm going to do live readings. I'll put an announcement up on which day it will be exactly. But, holy Lord Lifton, you got a mitt full here. I'm looking at them all, though. So I'm going to do live readings. I've never done them before, so it should be funny. Testing. Okay, so let's look at them three at a time. I like to do that. So first of all, you have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and the Magician. So the Queen of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, male or female, very confident person. The cat, it represents her awareness, or Hibs. I'll say her because it's the queen. But the cat represents her awareness, and you see how she just has that little wand in her hand. She can do a lot with very little. She's very, I want to say ingenious, you know. Like I said, she can do a lot with a little, okay? So this could be someone in your life, Virgo. It could be a love interest, you know, because here's the Lovers. Sometimes the Lovers represent a choice, but this one, to me, it represents passion, and it represents passion that's not allowed. It's like forbidden passion, okay? And then there's the Magician, you know, and the Magician can make anything happen. He's magic. He knows all these things. He knows about his emotions and truth and money. He's experienced it all, and he can manifest anything. He's up there. Oh, he's got the rooster. Isn't that funny? I've never noticed that before. You know, the rooster's usually the first one up. And he's a very early morning bird. And you can just see the sun's coming up. The east is also a very powerful direction, like the first thing in the morning. It's the birth. It's the time to wake up and do something, right? So that's what this Magician's doing. He's waking up. He's getting ready to do something, to start a new day. But what is he going to do? What is he going to decide? He's also holding a very little wand here as well. Oh, that looks better. He's got a little wand here. So it could be you could be walking away from this lover situation, this forbidden love. You could, you know, say, that was fun, but I've got real business to do. I got to get on my way. It's a new day is dawning, and I got things to do, people to see, you know. I can't, you know, sex is great, but you have to get out of bed sometime, right? So, sorry to be so blunt like that, but then you got the Chariot, the the 10 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So not only did you get the Magician, then you get the High Priestess. So it's the male and female, you know, of these two. They're not a couple. They don't couple up, these two. They're both very powerful, though, right? So this could represent Cancer. Sometimes it does, the Chariot. To me, it also represents being on the move, moving, traveling. You know, she is being in control of where you're going. Okay, that's what that's about. But here is the card now. It's about overindulgence. You know, this guy, he's doing well. He's got lots of kids and money, and everyone's running around taking care of everything for him. He's overindulging. He's bored. He doesn't know what he wants to do now. He's at the end of his journey. He's attained what he wants to, but now he's lazy with it's like he's bored. He needs something. And sometimes, you know, you get all the money and everything, and you do get overindulgent. Not necessarily fat. You could be, you know, only have the best of everything. You know, you've changed now that you have money, and you require more, sort of thing, right? And then you have the High Priestess, you know, and she's like female magic. She's very in tune with the night sky. That's considered the north, I guess. She's more about timing, you know, timing, and trying to, secrets, intuition. She's kind of psychic too, you know. She knows what's going on. I think you could be moving here. You could be moving. What is that in the background there? Is that a cat? Another cat. Awareness again. You know, this is another card of awareness now, Virgo. I can kind of see this as the Virgo. They're very deep, you know. They also like their finery. They like their finery. They don't overspend necessarily, but when they do, it's on their finery. Okay, it's on cashmere sweater and, you know, that sort of thing. But it looks like there's either, you could be moving, you could be, maybe you're going on a trip, and maybe you're going to go and see, you're going to go and consult somebody about where to go, you know. Well, there is change in the air, that's for sure, because there's the world, you know, and the world is completion. It's come full circle. You've come through a full life cycle and learned everything you're going to learn. That's probably why you're so bored here, eh? It's like, okay, well, you know, I've been doing this for a while. I know this. Now what am I going to do? Here I am. I'm sitting here getting fat. Come on. What else does the world have to offer? So this is like rebirth in a way, starting fresh, something totally different. Totally different, okay? Ha! Didn't I just say rebirth? Look at that. Children are like the hope. This is the sun. It's success, possibility, potential, and you know, there's that harp, that beauty. And, you know, this could be travel too. This is kind of another travel card. The Sun is. And the Sun also too lights the way. It's like having the Midas touch too. Like it's the golden path, the yellow brick road. You know, it lights the way. Look at that. Okay, so then you have the 8 of Pentacles. And this is working hard at making money. This guy is literally making money. Okay, see, he's making all those pentacles. He's very focused. He's working very hard. And so, you know, you're birthing something here. You're starting something very new, and you're working hard at it. And I think you're very thankful to be working at something. You may have to defend yourself, though. Probably because of envy. This could be because of envy or jealousy. People thinking you have some sort of a upper hand or get treated differently, you know. Doesn't look like you're too worried, though. You don't even have shoes on or anything. So, it could be a card of thieving too. Be careful of that, because he reminds me of the quick thief, you know. He's looking to see who's coming after him and looking for his escape. How am I going to get out of here? You know, the only stairs coming up are blocked. So what am I going to do here? And his helmet, he's wearing both colors. He's not who he's pretending to be, because he's only got the helmet and the sheath of the soldier. He's pretending to be a soldier, kind of leaning over this hill, but he isn't. Look at his pants. He's wearing the Joker's pants. So this is like an imposter, this person. Having to defend themselves. Anyway, somebody will have to defend themselves and what they're doing exactly. You might have to answer to somebody. It's looking to me like you may have to answer to someone. Anyway, whew, geez, that's a lot of cards to jump out. Holy guacamole. So, let's get your actual reading out here. Holy cow. I wanted to say too, Virgo, that you got 1,400 views on the January reading. Thank you very much for that. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for all your subscriptions and likes and shares. So, since we had those jumpers, I think they're pretty much ready. What are the other messages for Virgo, February 2019? Virgo, February 2019. Yeah, they're ready. I can tell. Ooh, one got bent there. Look at that. Getting worn already, and I've hardly even had them very long. But that's okay. That's okay. They work better. Break them in a bit, right? Ha! 4 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands, lots of Wands, Queen of Cups, and Strength, 8 of Wands, jeez, 6 of Swords, and the Fool. I told you might be moving here, right? I thought could be because of that Chariot, right? So, in your past, you got 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is creating some sort of foundation. This could be a place of work. It could be like a place where people come together for some sort of services or something, okay? But this is like home and hearth, okay? So it also reminds me of family too, family. So a foundation for yourself and the future. Now you have, and this is your past energy, these first three cards. So anything before February, could be now or before now. But the next card you have is the Seven of Swords. Now there's some sort of disagreement. All these swords are opposing each other. And each sword is an opinion or a truth. And this fella's trying to figure it out. He's trying to come up with some sort of solution to this problem. And working into the night, too. Working very hard to try and figure this out. He's racking his brain. Look at his hand on his head there, eh? And this guy's a scholar. You know, he's well-versed in life, and this is a difficult situation to figure out. It's, and I think he's trying to figure out the truth and the false. You know, what is the truth here and what isn't? It's like a judge. It reminds me of the judge card, you know, someone having to take both sides and come up with a fair decision, a fair solution, okay? Then you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is hard work and perseverance, basically. And it also suggests that you are you're outgrowing your co-workers or who you're working with, who you're working around, or in your field. You're starting to outgrow, outshine, grab more of the light. That middle branch is reaching more, you know, and so that's what you want to do. You want to reach for more. So you want to take this project, endeavor that you're working on and take it further now, okay? You want to reach for more. You got a lot of wands in this, you know, you got a lot of something about your achievements, what you're trying to build. The first card in your present, which is the first couple of weeks of February, is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is opposition, competition. There's that rooster again. And the rooster is like, you know, you got to get up pretty early in the morning. Oh, yeah, that's rooster. Or is it a hen? It's a hen. And anyway, this is like competition. Hey, shh. Competition. You got to get up pretty early in the morning to fool me, to get ahead of me, mister. It's an unfair advantage as well. You know, it's like 2 against 3, or 3 against 2, I should say. It's an unfair dispute, okay? Over what you're building. It's over what you're building. What you're trying to grow here, you know? It looks like competition to me, fierce competition in your field. Anyway, then you have the Queen of Cups. This could be a water sign in your life. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female. This woman is about to step into the water, submerge her feet fully in the water, and so she's ready to get deeply emotional. She is and she also wants to cleanse herself, you know. She wants to cleanse herself. And she's doing it under the light of the moon. She's asking for her intent. You know, she could be part of the problem. Because she's right beside this conflict, and she's underneath the other conflict, the Seven of Swords. You know, she's right in between. And it could be your energy, though, Virgo. This could be really hurting you, and you're trying not to show it. You're just trying to keep yourself cleansed, clean energy, while you're having to, while you're being submitted to this. She's one of the very few queens, I think she's the only one I've seen so far that leaves her chair. All the rest are sitting down in their chair or are considering their place. And she isn't. She's ready to emerge herself, okay? And she's very in touch with how she feels, with her emotions. This situation is going to require strength, okay? It's going to require for you to contain the beast and at the same time surrender. And surrendering is containing the beast. You know, you can't, not meaning you, I mean people out there, can't just go off on people. You know, you can't lose it. You can lose it by yourself in your home, scream your head off, punch a pillow, whatever. But we need to contain ourselves at work and in public and around children and elderly and whatnot. And we need to act appropriately. And this is about acting appropriately, containing that beast, surrendering to control. You know, we can't control everything outside of ourselves, and we need to release that control. And remember the double spiral the girl was wearing in the one of those cards that came out there? Anyway, she's got one too, right? The spiral is a symbol of ripples, of expansion, something that is continuously moving and expanding bigger and bigger, like growth, okay? And she's got a double, and she's laid her sword down here, you know? She's laid her sword down, deciding she's going to tame this beast without force. She's going to tame this beast without force. Okay. You know, and it's funny because in this Queen of Cups, she looks like she's surrendering too, right? She's stepping in the water to cleanse and to not let herself get too emotional. Not let her emotions take over her, right? Not get too upset about this conflict. You know, this conflict that's going on. I think people could be telling lies even around you. Could be telling lies, and you just got to be strong and get through it, right? You are going to contain yourself. The first card in your future is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about movement. It's also about communication. And this is about this project you're working on. You go from the 4 of Wands to the 5 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is progress too. It's movement forward. You here are, you've obviously won because you're standing here with 8 of the Wands yourself. And you're ready to loose them where you want. You know, they're like arrows. And now you can send them where you want them to go, how you want them to go. You're directing it. You could also, like, sometimes this is a card of travel, and then you got that Chariot too, the card of travel, and then you're getting this one, another card of travel. This is leaving a situation behind, moving on to something new. You could be moving with someone too. You're going to uncharted waters, unknown waters. And the reason I know that is because you have a boatman here. He's your guide. He's taking you there because you don't know how to get there. So it's new. It's a new place. So it's like leaving your past behind and going to these calmer, uncharted waters, you know, where you've never been. And there's the Fool, your last card in your future. Taking a leap of faith. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take my 3 wands and I am going to make my mark. I'm going to network about what I've been doing. And I think that this new venture, this new place, really get the idea you're moving. A lot of people are. Spring is the time to move. If you're moving, I honestly don't think it's in February. I think maybe if it's going to happen, it'll happen between March and June, is what I think, even though this is a February reading. Yeah. But you could be out looking for a place now, looking where you want to go, maybe sending your emails, your intentions out to find where you could start again. You know, where am I going to start again? But anyway, you're on your way. You're definitely on your way and ready to take a leap of faith. Ready to start again. With all your wands, too. And a few swords, I might add. You know. So, what are the messages for Virgo? What? Oh, well, there's some. Right there. There's some messages for Virgo. Pretty straightforward to me. Like, you are... You could be looking for a new home. I think is one of the big things for you this year. You could start as early as March, actually looking, applying, going to see places, new places. And I think you're willing to take a leap of faith in a new place, not just in your neighborhood, like maybe a new town or a whole new other side of the city or something. Woohoo, look at all the people you got here. So you got the King of Spades, the 7 of Hearts, the King of Clubs, the Jack of Diamonds, the Jack of Clubs, and the Queen of Spades. Holy doly. All right, well, the King of Spades, as you know, is usually a very dark-eyed man, could be black or Chinese, Hispanic, very dark features. He also could be a widower. He could be divorced. He could be like single, like split up. Divorced is usually it. sometimes I see him as the lawyer too. He could be a lawyer or something like that. Okay. The King of Clubs is a brown or hazel-eyed man. You know what I see here? I see jealousy. I told you I thought I saw jealousy lies back here, but I see jealousy. And if you ask me, like it's between a bunch of people. This could be at work. I see one, I think it could be at work or something. But it's all the kings and queens, and then the only low card is a 7. And that's jealousy, that one right there, envy. People are envying each other, jealous of each other, competition. And jealousy doesn't usually produce good things. You know, it's a negative feeling, actually. It doesn't mean love. It means it's stirring negative feelings. It's not good. And, you know, I've had people envy me or be jealous of me, and I don't want envy. I don't want envy because it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling to get from people. And we don't know just by the way someone's presenting now what they've lived through their life. We haven't walked in their shoes. So envy and jealousy carries a lot of assumption with it, you know. And people could be carrying their assumptions about you, which requires you to get a handle on your emotions and have some inner strength, you know. You may want to... they could be telling lies, and sometimes that's what that stuff does too, you know. Especially at work, there's a lot of terrible drama and toxicity in workplaces now, with unions and all that sort of thing. This reminds me of unions. Right there. A lot of fighting and people complaining over the stupidest things. But I don't know if there's any more to say on that, you know. It's jealousy all around and people not acting correctly. It's not good energy, okay? Yeah, this is at work. This is at work for sure, okay? So there's the 6 of clubs, the 7 of clubs, the King of Diamonds, the 8 of clubs, the 6 of hearts, and the 5 of diamonds. I think you're thinking about leaving where you're working for broader pastures, to grow your young skills or your skills further, to reach for more. And I think it's mostly because of the conflict that's going on where you work. It's too hard, you know. I used to work in a place, and the toxicity and the drama and the conflict, it was just terrible. Like, I loved the job, but I didn't like all that business that you had to deal with. And sometimes you just dreaded going into work, you know. But anyway, so this here is steps taken at work that's caused worry for this person, or this King of Diamonds is a green or blue-eyed older man, mature man. You know, it could be this fella here trying to figure out all this stuff, and it's caused a lot of worry about how things have been moving. You know, it's this team and that team, it's us against them kind of thing. And there could be a lot of triangling too. And by triangling, I mean these two people here don't like that person over there. And, or, okay, well, when you see her, would you tell her this? You know, that stuff. And, but anyway, it's causing a lot of worry for this person. He could be the boss. He could be the manager. Could be, sometimes I see him as the banker. He could be the human resources guy at work or something. He's trying to figure this out. It's causing him a lot of stress and worry. And so the solution is, here is, you know, to take those opposition, those 6 of clubs that was us against them, and now work more cooperatively. Take steps in building relationships that are more successful, you know. This reminds me more of team building, to make the job site more productive, you know. This is what they might bring someone in to try and do team building, okay, and to stop all this, because all that stuff does lower production. It's harder to get your job done when you're like, you know, like that at your desk. I remember I just couldn't even focus. I'd have to write these really long reports, and I was just like, oh. So, I think you're going to move on, though. You're not in this. You're not, I don't know if you want to be the problem solver here. I don't think that's who you are. I think that some of this could be aimed at you at work, or around where your project is, what your project is, what you are putting out there, okay? But you know what I mean? Like, usually when people are saying something ill against someone else, it's because of they envy them or jealous of them. Why would you say something nasty at all, you know? So usually my mom used to say, well, if they're talking about me, that means they're leaving some other poor bastard alone. So, anyway, I hope this resonates for you, Virgo. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and you'll see more of my videos. It's free to subscribe, and it really helps me and tells my advertisers that you like me. So I'd really appreciate that. And thanks for all the subscriptions that you have. All to those of you who are new that have just subscribed, and those of you that have been with me for the whole journey. Thank you so much. Anyway, stay tuned for that. Did I say that I'm going to do a Valentine's Live readings? I don't know exactly what day, but I'll put up a post for those who subscribe. You'll get the notification about the live Valentine's readings. And I wanted to say happy birthday to Aquarius and Pisces cross watchers, and happy Valentine's Day, of course, but I'll be talking to you right around that time. Take care.